Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for today's video. I have kind of a first impression slash haul video for you. And yeah, I'm gonna jump into it. I'm so excited. I haven't even opened the thing, but it's been sitting here and I've been really wanting to play with it, but I was like, no, I need to be good for my video. So the other day I did a Sephora order, or I made a Sephora order. I only got 2 items, but I did get a lot of other samples and stuff too. I'm not going to really go into that in this video, but the 2 things that I got were the Hourglass Immaculate Foundation. I tried a sample of this. I was loving it. I caved and bought the foundation. Haven't tried it yet. I'm not wearing it today. I kind of knew where I wanted to go with this makeup, so I wanted it to turn out good. But the other thing is the thing we're going to be unboxing, and that is the Sephora Favorites Superstars holiday kit thing. I never buy any of the Sephora Favorites kits just because they're always super expensive. I mean, this one was expensive too, but it wasn't or there was a lot of things in here that I wanted to try, and a lot of things that I have tried before that I really like. And so I just sprung for it. Like I said, this is an expensive kit. It is $75, which is crazy all at once, but when you look at what's actually in here, you get 7 full-size items, so the cost of everything, if you bought them individually, would be more than the $75, I think. But it has a $207 value in the US. If you're in Canada, the prices are $90 for this, and it's got a $248 value. So either way, you're still getting more for your money. Let's jump into it. This is kind of what you see on the box. Like I said, I've never bought any of the Sephora Favorites kits. I'm super excited about this one. So yeah, let's pop this open. It's got this sleeve on the front. On the back of the sleeve, it's got all the information about each individual product, kind of what it is, the ingredients in it, how much you get for each product. And yeah, so, and then you get this nice gold box. You could potentially reuse this box. It's got little flecks of gold on it. And then you open up this flap, and there are all the products right there. You can see that there. So I'm going to kind of just jump into it, swatch things. Like I said, this little plastic part comes out that holds the product, so you could potentially reuse this box as a nice gift box. I think I might do that. I might save it for maybe some Christmas presents or something. It's just a really pretty box. But these are all the products on the inside. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a beauty blender, because I've used this before. Everybody pretty much, if you're in the beauty community, you know what a beauty blender is. It's just a makeup sponge that, you dampen, and then it helps you apply your foundation really well. This is a cult favorite for a lot of people. I have used them before. I don't really I don't feel it's a necessary staple of the makeup stuff, but if you're gonna do a makeup sponge, it is a nice one. I personally like the Real Techniques sponge. Mine's big and dirty because I just used it. But this is $6, whereas the Beauty Blender is $20, so I feel like that's kind of expensive for a sponge. But I figured since it was in this kit, that's super cool. And these actually do get to the same size. This is the one that I used today, so it's still damp and it's still big. So you can see kind of the size comparison of what it will become when you dampen it. So there's the Beauty Blender. I'm going to stick that back in the plastic though, because I don't want to get it dirty. So the first kind of thing, starting from left to right, is a sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is something I've been really curious about, how to use it, or I've never used it, but I've been curious about it because there's always a lot of hype about it on YouTube. Basically, I think you use it as either a primer before your makeup. You just spray a couple sprays on your face. I think that might be kind of weird, but I think you can also use it as a setting spray, I heard. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look more into how to use this, but I have been really curious about it, so it's kind of cool that it came in the kit. The second thing in here, and I'm sorry for all the like squeaky plastic, I know that can be kind of cringy. The second thing in here is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in their Hydrating Primer. It looks like this. I have really loved the mattifying primer. I know my light is like making it hard to see. I've been really loving the mattifying one. I have like a bigger sample size of it. So the hydrating one will be nice. I know in the winter time I get kind of super dry skin, so maybe I'll save it for that time. But it is cool they give it to you in this kit. I feel like that's what I'm going to say for everything. Like, oh, it's so cool they give it to you. The third thing is a sample of the Benefit They're Real Mascara. I actually remember really liking this. I think I've purchased it 1 or 2 times, like full size, but I have tried a lot of samples of it. It's a really nice mascara. It's got a big brush, and it really helps get like the ends of your lashes. I'm not going to open it because I don't want it to like dry out, but yeah, it's actually really nice. I'm glad it came in the kit. This next thing is from a brand that I've never heard of. I think this is the only one in here that is from a brand that's like totally new to me. And this is from Touch in Soul. And it's the StretchX Stretch Lash Effect Mascara. It looks really like edgy with the like neon green cap and writing. This one I actually am going to open just because I want to see the brush. It's got fibers in it, I think, which I've never really been a fan of fiber mascara. But this is the brush. It's kind of curved. So it has the similar kind of like a brush type that I like, so I have high hopes for this. It's got the curve. It's like a natural bristle brush, which is really nice and what I usually go for. So, yeah, that's this. This next thing is from Laura Mercier. I've never used anything from Laura Mercier before, but it's one of those brands where, like, when I'm at Sephora, I always, like, kind of go and, like, just glance at everything and, like, swatch stuff, but never eventually buy anything. And this is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight Number 1. This is just, I think, a sample size. Like I said, there's 7 full-size items in here. But yeah, this has got to be the sample size, because look at how small that is. But this, apparently, is just a matte highlighter. Actually, I don't think it's totally matte. It's got a little bit of, like, a sheen in it. But I think this would be so pretty for, like, setting the under eye area with. Right now, I use my banana powder, but I have been, like, experimenting using, like, my Hourglass, like, ambient lighting powder underneath the eyes. But I think this would also be super pretty because it's not super shimmery, but, you know, it would be really nice to set the under eye. So I'm going to keep this for that. I think that would be amazing. And speaking of highlighter, the next thing we have is a Clinique Chubby Stick in the color Hefty Highlight. I'm not usually a super fan of, like, cream products, but I'm always curious to see how they work. So this is just like a cream highlighting stick. I'm pretty sure this is a full-size item. So yeah, let's swatch it. Ooh, it's like super pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's that right there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see the sheen. It's so pretty. I'm just picturing it like on the top of my cheekbones, like, oh, super pretty. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I've never used this before, so this is something that's going to be new to try. In fact, a lot of these things are like new things that I've never tried but been kind of curious about, so that's why I kind of like was more inclined to buy the kit. The next thing is an Urban Decay shadow. If I can pop it out of this thing without it breaking, you know, that would be great. Okay, let me pop this back all together. So I love the Urban Decay shadows. I have a couple of them singly, and then I also have some like in a palette. But just Urban Decay eyeshadow in general is really good. This is a single shadow in the shade Lounge. When I first saw this, I thought this was like a turquoise color, but I was like really pleased to find out that it's one of those blue, green, burgundy duochrome colors. You know I've been all about the duochromes lately. So yeah, it looks like that. It's got that kind of like blue-green, burgundy shift to it. I love it. All things duochrome, I say right now. They're so pretty. Let me get this off my fingers so I can do more swatches. But yeah, this is such a pretty color. This is kind of similar to, like, I think Max Club is a color that is like duochrome like this. Also, there's a color like this in the Comfort Zone palette. I think a lot of different brands are making duochrome shades like that. So, you're bound to find one if it's not Urban Decay. And then this next thing, kind of, I know I've been saying it a lot, but it kind of made me buy the kit. This is a shadow that I have been, like, kind of lusting after, but I never wanted to buy it because I think that I have, like, similar shades in my collection, but I do really like the formula of these. These are the NARS Dual Intensity Eyeshadow, and this is in the color Himalaya. And this color, when you look at it, it's not super different from anything that, you know, you might have in your collection. It's like a bronzy, kind of bronzy brown gold color. But I don't know, something about it, like I've swatched it at, you know, Sephora multiple times. I always think about buying this particular shade. I always think it's similar to a MAC color that I have, but it was in the kit, so I was just like, you know, now I'm justified to have it because it's coming, so I can have it now. So yeah, it's super pretty. You can use these shadows, that's it right there. You can use these shadows wet or dry. I usually just use them dry just because I don't think it's worth it to like keep getting up and wetting your brush and whatever. But they do pack a lot of intensity dry. It's even better when it's wet, so that's that. And I already have like 2 of these these shadows in other colors, and I love the formula. They're so good. They're so good. And I apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a cold here. The next 2 things kind of go together. And this is a product that I've said it before, but I've been really curious about this because I've been kind of curious into cream contouring. Or, like, I had a time a while back where I was like, oh my god, cream contouring, like, looks so good. But then I tried to do it and it was just, like, not okay. But this is something that looks like it'd be super easy to use. And it's from Tarte, and it's called the Sculptor. And it's basically just, like, a jumbo pencil that is like a contour shade, and this is in the color Park Avenue Princess. I always thought it would be really nice to like use down the nose or like in the cheek area. I wouldn't probably use it along the jawline because I think that would look way too mask-like. But like down the nose or in the cheekbone, and this is the color right here. It is a nice like cool tone color. It's a little warmer than what I would normally use for contouring. But I think like blended out, it would create like a nice kind of shadow. Like I just blended it out a little bit and you can still see it, but it's not like super pronounced. And then with that, also from Tarte, they give you this little brush, which ultimately, you know, led me to thinking like contouring down the nose and blend it out. I love Tarte brushes. I have a big foundation brush one that I use like all the time. And they're really well made. They're really soft. This one's super dense, so it would be perfect with this. If you do it down the nose or if you do it over here, you can just kind of blend it out like that. I think it's really nice that they give you the brush and the little sample in the same kit. And then you get 2 eyeliners. The first one is one that I've also never used, but there's a lot of hype around it. It's the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. This, I'm not even going to swatch it because I've heard it's intense and it's like super hard to get it off. But it's just a felt-tipped eyeliner pen, and I would use this probably, you know, like along my upper lash line. I don't really do wings at all. Like I suck at doing winged liner, but as far as just putting it like I have today, like up on the top, You know, I think this would be really nice for that. And then the last eyeliner is from Lancome, another brand that I never have bought anything from. Like, I always go up and swatch everything, but then, like, never do anything with it. And this is the Lancome Drama Liqua Pencil in Noir Intense. And it looks like this. It's like plastic. I think you roll it up rather than sharpen it. I don't know. No. It looks like you probably sharpen it. But, let's see. It's just a black pencil. It's really creamy. It almost looks like wet, hence the, like, liquid pencil. But I think that's almost kind of good, because I have another pencil that I really like for my waterline, and I'm, like, almost done with it. I think that would be so pretty in the waterline. Oh, I don't know. This might be a win, and this is a full-size item. So, that's everything that comes in these Sephora Favorites Superstars kit. I think it's kind of cool because you can pretty much get a full face out of everything that's here. Like, the only thing they didn't give you is concealer and foundation, kind of, and a lip product. But those are kind of, like, personal choice, like, to the person, you know, like foundation and stuff. So it's hard to kind of give something that would be universal. I think all of these things are pretty universal. I think the only thing that might be kind of, like, hard to use for some people are the sculptor thing and maybe the highlighter, maybe the highlight powder. Because if you have, like, a darker skin tone, that might not really apply to you. But yeah, you do get, like I said, 7 full-size items. You get the beauty blender, you get the eyeliners, both of them, a full-size mascara, the chubby stick thing, and both eyeshadows. So that's super cool. I think it's a good value because if you were to buy all of these individually, like the beauty blender alone is like $20. I know these shadows are probably like 20 or 30 something. The liners are like probably 18. The Lancome one probably a little more because Lancome's an expensive brand. Like, it adds up, and you will, you know, get your money's worth from the $75 that you spend on the kit. Plus, you get other samples and things that you might have, you know, been curious about. So, yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hand off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was super looking forward to filming it, and I think it went really well. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know down below what holiday sets you guys are really looking forward to getting, because it's about that time where all the cool makeup brands like bring out their like best of the best holiday sets. The Sephora Favorites is just one of them. They have multiple different like favorites sets. Like they have a skincare one, a bunch of perfume ones, like they have different ones, and this is like the main, I think, makeup one. So of course I had to get it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, let me know your holiday like wishes down below. And until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.